Count. Hello. Hey, it's me. It's Jake. I see you. Do you see me? I see you. Welcome aboard. Greetings. Happy Friday. No Bible today. That's on Tuesdays. I have it in my hand because it was on top of the things for today's show. That's how tightly I prepped the show. I removed this from where it was anyway. No Bible stories today. We got the Hollywood Producers Directory. We got Friday. It's the happy half hour. Welcome aboard. Hoping to see some people here. Have a little conversation about Jake Fest in a little while. Um, in a little while, when we get some more people here. Oh, I can turn on the other thing. So, I'll turn that down. Yes, Scott. Hello, Flavia. Greetings. It's all happening. We've done it. We're here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Went into Street Sports Jiu-Jitsu today. Had an excellent time of class. Ed, greetings to you. There in Oakland. Christopher, hey, yourself. Um, Looking forward to a fun weekend this weekend. Got my happy hour for today with our friends later this evening. Tomorrow, going down to Bellflower to the Comedy Club to do a little show. Sunday, another appearing on an episode of Mark Schiff's podcast at the Improv, and then it'll air on the internet pod world. Rachel, greetings to you. Pick, hello, yes, happy second Friday to those of us who can remember first Fridays back in the day. Keith, Florida. Oh, Keith. Were you part of the whole thing where you're sending people to Martha's Vineyard from Florida? I I have so many feelings about it, but let me just start off with, as a comedian, yeah, okay. Martha's Vineyard, you're sending people, undocumented immigrants to the United States, to Martha's Vineyard. I like it. I like it. Um, you're not dealing with the problem in your own state. I'm not crazy about that. But then again, I'm not a political guy. I'm a comedian who knows a little bit of jujitsu. Um, April, hello. Belinda's not here today. I mean, she's here. She's in there. She's taking a Spanish lesson. She's improving herself. And what am I doing? I'm improving myself. I'm improving my, hey, look, it's a real skill to be able to sit in a room by yourself and have a conversation with some people who may or may not be watching, but I do know you are watching. Christopher, you hope they're documented before they get on the plane to Martha's Vineyard. I don't think they are documented. I think a lot of them were told that they were that they were uh, that they were going to go receive assistance. And anyway, I'm I'm unclear on the whole thing. So much of politics now is sort of weird, aggressive comedy. Screw the other guy, don't solve the problem kind of nonsense. I don't really have time for that, but it does keep Florida in the news, Keith. You've got a solid point there. Uh, Jen, good to see you. Ouija, good to see you. What is up? Um, I like the conversations we've been starting to have. You and I got to get squared away on our promo of your radio thing. And then also, I would like to discuss the Jake Fest, just to say, if it's surrounding a gig that I already have booked, that's easy. If it's something that I have to get a booking in the place where we're all going to go, that may be a little bit more complexitizing. April, one of the things you find intriguing about me is all of my movements. It's very appealing. I do like to move it. Well, it's a little tiny screen, and I'm trying to fill it up with exciting move arounds. And also, hey, it's someone talking to you where you don't even have to. I mean, thank you for participating in the conversation, but people can just watch a person dissemble right before their eyes. Although seldom do I dissemble, but it can happen. One thing is clear: Ron DeSantis is a Florida man. That is clear. I do get that. I assume they send a thank you note to DeSantis for replenishing their workforce for construction, gardening, restaurants, etc. Ed, marginally racist, but okay. The frequent first jobs before they own their own small business within a couple of years or so. I see. You'd really turn it around there in the second half of that sentence. Sean, greetings to you, sir. Um, glad you're here. Yeah, you saying you get a free bus ride home next time you're in Texas? Well, Christopher, I don't know if they're doing that from Texas yet, and I think if you're an American citizen, the free bus rides are off. That's just out. Rich DeChooch, happy Friday. Jake Fest in Conner Bog, Alaska. Well, Ouija, I'm not ruling that out. Um, Rich, you got tripped up taking your pants off. It happens. So I don't know where Keys is right now, but he's the real expert on that. Um, Keith, it's hard to be you in that state, Florida. I get it, but also 1-800 1-800 racist, Christopher. Yeah, that's the sister to my new business, which is 1-800 is this racist, where you can call up before you're about to say things and ask an expert if it's racist or not, just so you can be sure. And it can be that can benefit anybody. It can benefit people who are trying not to be racist, or people who are like, I'm pretty sure this is racist, but I need to make sure before I say it on Instagram. Um, Andrew, greetings to you on a Friday. Um, Free flight to Martha's Vineyard. Yes, well, from Florida, and you have to be an undocumented worker. Um, the plane ride was $615,000. Wow, Keith. Yeah, costs a lot of money to make a point. It does. You could have really got a nice little motor, nice little tiny home for everybody for that. I think. Um, how was the crowd at my show in Hermosa, Andrew? It was great. I mean, it wasn't my show; it was their regular weekend shows. They do 10 comedians, and they're always great. Um, and I the ticket prices are pretty. I don't know. It used to be 10 comedians for $10, but I think it's 15, $20 maybe for a ticket, maybe more. But the shows are great, and they always sell out, so it's great. How about 1-800 Am I a Jerk? So we all know who we have to be nice to. Well, or just a shirt that says jerk on it, and then you can wear that around. It is Friday, and so the thing that I like to do on Friday is to read an idea from the Hollywood Producers Directory and get an idea of uh, of some of the great movies that we could be watching. I think we're going to watch Harold and Maude with our daughter over the weekend. Um, I hope so. Um, so today's idea is science fiction. Um, I always make a little mark so that I'm not repeating these, although some of them are definitely not just worth repeating; they should be being produced. So these are film ideas, spring 1991 from the Hollywood Producers Directory. Writers sent them in. Um, Here we go. Shepherd's Flock, an eddy in time. It's an eddy in time, which is like a little bit of a. It's not even a whirlpool. It's just like where the current is. It just gets over here, and that water, the river keeps, river of time keeps flowing by. This eddy is, it's not a loop. It's just like a stagnant. I imagine it is like a loop. But anyway, it's not my job to explain the vocabulary. Shepherd's Flock, an eddy in time. Do we want to guess? It's a feature, science fiction. There is a script available by W.D. Kovacevic, W.D. Kovacevic. Reseda, California. He's in the area. We could go over and see this guy. It's from 1990, copyright 1990. Synopsis: Ethan Murdoch. I like how often they'll start off with a name of someone who is just the main character, but they just say his name as if Ethan Murdoch. Oh, right, Ethan Murdoch. No, I don't know who Ethan Murdoch is. Ethan Murdoch is a special agent from a time when the rains of nuclear fallout have since eroded away uh, the world we know. Since eroded away the world we know. Oh, okay. So there's been a nuclear war, and Ethan Murdoch is a special agent from a time when the nuclear fallout rains have eroded away the world we know. Anyway, I guess he's from. There's been a nuclear something terrible things happen. He's from before then, uh, or from the time when that happened. Thanks to the whim of a single man, our own 53rd president of the United States. Captain Murdoch is about to be sent back in time to a world when a cold six-shooter was the highest law in the land. Oh, he's going back to the Old West. We're going from post nuclear war apocalypse to the Old West. Ethan Murdoch is going back to the Old West. His mission to assassinate the ancestor of the dictatorial executive. He's going back to kill baby Hitler, everybody. What Murdoch doesn't know is that a diary written by the woman he will fall in love with is guiding one of the president's men back in time to kill him. Wait, I don't know. Is him Murdoch or is him the president? I'm not sure. Now the race against destiny and time has begun with only the world itself as at stake. We don't need to have to raise the stakes on this baby. The world itself is at stake. I wonder how it turns out. We're well into the future. We're only, how many, 7, 8 presidents away from the 53rd president. So this shit is about to happen, everybody, even though it seems like we might have already had. Anyway, Ethan Murdoch, Captain Murdoch, going back in time to the Old West to assassinate the ancestor of the dictatorial executive. I don't know why you go all the way back to grandpa time. I think you should just go to baby. Why grandpa? Why the grandpa of baby Hitler? Why not just baby Hitler? And I'll tell you why. Because killing babies is nasty work. Nobody's, that's not what anybody wants to sign up for. Killing grandparent, well, you have to get him before he's a you have to get him before he makes the baby. It doesn't do you any good to kill the grandparent of baby Hitler if he's already made the father of Hitler. So anyway, and again, Hitler is just a reference point. There's no Hitler in this story. I mean, there's a metaphorical Hitler. I hope you followed all that, and I hope I moved around enough that it's still exciting for those of you who are here just for my movements. Okay, where are we at? Jay Kowarski is here. I hope you're still here, Jay. Hello, greetings to you. I was just talking to my daughter who's about to go away to college about the friends that I've met in college. You are definitely one of those. You still want to see Rest Stop, Jen? I believe it. A shepherd discovers at 4 p.m. on a Friday that his sheep have fleas and the vet is closed until Monday. But he calls anyway, and the person he gets on the phone is answering from Monday morning. I like it, Ouija. I mean, I'm good for any kind of time loop, and also time loops where a phone where you can call 2 days into the future. Oh my God! You just got to know, just like what's the price of a few stocks for that day, and you can really make a fortune. Sounds like Fred Ward in Time Rider. I like it, Christopher. I haven't seen Time Rider, but I'm ready to see it. Aaron, greetings to you. It is a lot to keep track of, Rick, for Murdoch. He's got a busy. There's sometimes these movies, you can see how with a little bit of work they could become movies, but then sometimes you can see that it's a lot of work, and then you're not producing them. You're not doing it. Daddy Hitler. Daddy Hitler, kill Daddy Hitler. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, you could do that. That's sad also, isn't it? But I don't think Hitler had any babies. Oh, you mean Hitler's daddy? Who's Hitler's daddy? Hmm. Who's Hitler's daddy? That's not a good band name. If you're starting a band, or if you have a band, you're looking for band names. Who's Hitler's dad? Hitler's daddy? No, thank you. Pass. You're not good at pass. 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 Keep going. Next. Time Rider was produced by Mike Nesmith. Don't know. Easily you can find that out. Has our daughter seen Harold and Maude? No. She hasn't seen it, and we're going to hopefully watch that with her this weekend, because she was saying that she wanted to get, for her first car, she wanted to get a hearse, and so then I asked her if she'd ever seen Harold and Maude. Yeah, Mr. Predicto, this is a solid suggestion, Andrew. Mr. Predicto, Will time travel ever be invented? Ever be possible? Will time travel ever be possible?
It is a strong possibility.
Well, it's a strong possibility. So there you go. Um, I don't know when they're going to invent it, but I'm surprised that the people from the future have not shown up um, to recruit me as an accomplice. You'll know them because they're people. They're naked. They get here naked, um, and often they send a bodybuilder from another country. So he's got an accent. So these time travelers, they can be hard to understand because they've got very thick accents. Also, they're naked, which can be off-putting in terms of strangers showing up at your house. And you had to work early for a credible threat to your kid's school. Oh, I didn't want to walk them home alone. God, that's you had to leave work for a credible threat. God, that's terrible, Aaron. Well, I'm glad you were there for your kids. Oh gosh, what a world. I mean, I remember when our daughter was younger and we'd have to do that. They would have to do those active shooter drills, which I don't think are really good. Um, you're just talking about another movie that was produced by Mike Nesmith, Repo Man. Yes, Repo Man with Harry Dean Stanton and Emilio Estevez. It's funny that that's now you're some kind of a oracle on great movies from the past because Repo Man was kind of alternative at the time, but then it was very popular. But yeah, Repo Man, that's worth a look. I haven't seen it for a long time. You can usually pick up a hearse. Hearse is pretty cheap. Rich, I didn't know that, but I wonder what it's like to be able to get parts for your hearse. Can you fix them up? What kind of mileage? What kind of mileage do you get on a hearse? These are all questions I've got. Um, the threat. The guy lived across from their school, but it wasn't at their school. God, ugh, ugh, oh. Show her a hearse made from an XKE. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna do it, Scott. Uh, Rich, you remember dressing up as a cowboy for Halloween in kindergarten, and you had cap guns and holsters. No, you cannot do that anymore. I mean, these kids now, you're not allowed to have. No, there's no guns, which is probably good. Unless you live in Texas or Florida or one of the states where you can have guns and your kids can play with guns and your daughter has to wear a dress and or a burqa and be subservient. Then again, I don't know. Time travel may also help develop huge muscles. Yes, because you know why? Because you just keep doing the same. You work out today, you're tired, then you go into the future, work out again, and then come back, and you've had two workouts, but really, I don't know. Sorry, I'm gonna figure that out. Um, oh, the hearse from an XKE is from Harold and Maude. Okay. Your brother had a hearse in the early 70s. They ride nice, used it for holding drums and amps. Yeah, Keith, I think a hearse is a great band vehicle. And also like the Ghostbusters ambulance, old ambulance, also great. A lot of people do those box truck ambulances into camping vehicles because they have a lot of amazing storage on the inside. But there you go. Favorite Halloween costumes? Yes, favorite Halloween costumes. Man, what are you even allowed to dress up as for Halloween? Belinda and I went as samurais, uh, Toshiro Mifune twins a few years ago, but I don't know if that's even allowed. Um, Ouija, you brought a shotgun to high school to go hunting after school? Yeah, I don't know if that flies. Not in this part of America. In Alaska, you might have to shoot a polar bear on your way home. But you got to be careful. If you're shooting a polar bear, make sure that he's a threat to you because we're running out of polar bears. So we can't afford to just be shooting them willy nilly on the way home from school. Um, used to date a girl that had a hearse. Your friend nicknamed her the Black Widow. Yeah, Rich. Yeah, I feel like a hearse is a good first vehicle for a young lady because it sends some mixed messages. Technically, I bet it's very comfortable to if you wanted to do a little have a little lie down in the back of the hearse. That's probably very comfy if you can stop thinking about all the dead people who've been back there. Um, but then also, yeah, there's a little your own mortality. You're messing with your own mortality. Yeah, these are just some things that now we know. Um, so How about a Louise L. Hay wisdom card? I never thought you'd ask. So it's time for the Louise L. Hay wisdom cards. Oop, let me turn this way. Todd, how am I and my family? I'm going to answer that in a minute. I have the power to make changes. Ooh, this is a good Louise L. Hay wisdom card. I have the power to make changes. Uh, uh, it's so comfortable to play victim because it's always someone else's fault. I have to stand on my own 2 feet and take some responsibility. Yeah, take some responsibility and make some changes. Let's do that. Maybe Monday. I mean, just take it easy over the weekend. Then Monday, get busy making those changes. All right, how am I and my family? I'm great. Um, our daughter getting working the college list. She's getting ready to apply to Trinity College in Dublin, Ireland over the weekend. So that's exciting. And Lady Jerry, Belinda, my esposa, is also great. She's going to an event tonight with where Adam Schiff will be speaking, and that'll be great. I'm going to go drink margaritas and eat chips. Um, Laying down in the back of a hearse, then sit up at stoplights. Yeah, Keith, I think that's a solid. That's a solid afternoon of teenage fun, and probably it never quits being a solid afternoon of teenage. That's the type of thing you could do almost every Friday when I was in high school, and it would never stop being great. In fact, it sounds good right now. I would dress. I would put on a uniform and maybe a big gray beard and drive the hearse. Um, Maybe I don't need the gray beard. Maybe I already look like the old guy who's driving a hearse. Like that's my job now. I don't. Do you need a chauffeur's license to drive a hearse? That's a. Do you see what I'm? There's got to be a joke in there somewhere, but you'll have to tell me. Rich, you want to do that right now? Yeah, I get it. Who doesn't want to do that right now? I'm just going to take my temperature quick. I had a great jujitsu. It's always good at jujitsu. Friday is the nogi class, 98. That's a little bit warm for me, but I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit warm here. Still falls well into the normal character. Um, can you use a carpool lane in a hearse? Ba-boom. I'm not sure. You can use a carpool lane with a baby. So not that babies and corpses are the same, but in some ways they are. They're not in a hurry to get anywhere. Jake, next week a 4K upgrade of Avatar will be released ahead of Avatar 2 in December. Uh, Thought the original was thoughtful, well made, and very entertaining. How did I like it? Are you kidding me, Andrew? I loved Avatar, and I had a buddy who was telling me how much he loved it, and I found out he watched it in 2D, Dose D, Double D, which you know, Double D that used to be all we had, but 3D Avatar in 3D, immersive, beautiful, thoughtful, entertaining, uh, and the good guy. It's an environmental good guy defeats the bad guy thing. Yeah, I liked Avatar, and I don't want to get into a whole Fern Gully conversation. If you're out there, Fern Gully people, I hear you, I sympathize, but trying to just nobody likes a fart in the middle of their good time. So I shouldn't say nobody, but anyway, Avatar, excellent. Very excited about Avatar 2, which I'm assuming is going to be in 3D. Um, I don't need a digital. What did you say it was going to be? 4K upgrade. I don't need a 4K upgrade. But then again, maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is an old guy telling you some technology opinion. I haven't seen the 4K upgrade of Avatar. I assume it's also fantastic. Am I going to be able to tell the difference between the first Avatar that I saw in 3D and the 4K upgrade? Maybe if you show them to me side by side, um, I'll have to give you a dollar if we bet on that. But I, 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 I think I'd watch. I think I'd watch the first Avatar again in 2D and then go to the 3D. But maybe a back to back double feature. Is that even a thing anymore? You just put on your Avatar 3D helmet and you get in there. Maybe you get to Suhailo, the thing where you link up to the animal and ride one of those dragon type things around. That's what I'm ready to sign up for that. So Halo, can you use the carpool lane when you're riding a Dragon Ouija? There's a question for you. Your home got to run, Jen. Peace out. Um, the fart machine. I know, Christopher. I gotta get it. I gotta get a replacement for the fart machine. I keep waiting for somebody to hand me a fart machine, and it's not gonna happen. I got to go buy my own fart machine. We're all responsible for our own fart machine. That's a change that I got to make. I got to stop blaming the fact that the fart machine is broken. I don't have a fart machine on someone else. That's on me. I need to buy a new fart machine. Good. I got to put that on the to-do list. You're really missing it to enhance our good time, Andrew. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Not everybody likes it. I like it. Bezos needs to do an upgrade with Thursday Night Football on Prime. Wow. Some things that just don't make good gifts. Yeah, fart machine could be that. Or I could just eat more beans. Yeah, Craig, you're right. You're right. We can produce our own farts, homemade farts. They're often a pleasure to only the producer. But I have to say, when Lady Jerry will cut loose sometimes, and I find it entertaining. Farty wife. Who knew that that would be a pleasure that in the world for me? Teenage me. Imagine being a lady married to a lady who farts and makes you laugh. I don't think I would have said, yeah, sign me up for that. But my advice to a teenager is like, do you want a wife who farts and then laughs, or who you never hear fart? Definitely A. Definitely. So there you go. That's my life coaching advice for today. What's for dinner tonight? Nachos at the happy hour. I just do that. Farty wife, happy life. Yep, you got that. Um, Timing. Yes, you're right. You're right, Christopher. Timing is always the problem. That's the problem with homemade farts. You can't count on them when you need them, and that's why fart machine can really get you in there. Fart machines probably are made in China. Another solid reason them to take Americans seriously. Yeah. Well, they got the idea of the fart machine from us. I'm sure that everybody in China already has an awesome fart machine. Um, it makes you laugh, then she laughs, and that makes her fart. Wow, Scott, you really have this whole fart. It's a kind of cascade. It's like a dominoes, but then they set themselves up and fall themselves down again. Fall themselves down, oh, knock themselves down. But who's keeping score? All right. So that's our show for today. We'll always be back. We'll be back on Tuesday with Bible stories. I mean, there is a little bit more to go before the end. Um, would you rather be a great musician, artist, or athlete? Well, I guess I'm already a maybe I'm already a comedian. So I got to choose between musician, artist, athlete. Musician. I'm definitely going musician. I think it would just I believe first of all the children are our future. We all know that. But I believe that music is magic, and if I could make some sweet music, I would be into that. Grandpa always says, "Get you a flatulent giggler." Yep, I think she's right, Craig. Solid advice. Your dad was proud that he always had one in the chamber, Andrew. Yeah, I believe it. Um, Escher print of farts. I don't know. Can you draw smells? Synesthesia. That's, believe it or not, I was talking to my daughter about that this morning. Synesthesia, where you get your senses confused. So when you smell a fart, you see a color or something. Imagine the day that the engineer that designed the fart machine goes to meet his girlfriend's parents. So what kind of work do you do? Well, I did design this. I think that's a solid happy birthday tomorrow, hoping for a fart machine. Yeah, Christopher, happy birthday to you, and I hope your dreams come true. I hope your dreams come true, or at least I hope that someone rips a solid fart for you on your birthday, a little birthday fart. I don't recommend it for blowing out the candles on your birthday cake. Uh, I think if you do that, um, it's only one person who's going to be go on the cake. All right. Today's, we've got protocol is a real bitch. It's time for Seize the Day. The protocol on Seize the Day is you flash the sign and you say it's time for Seize the Day. That way, if people are forward scrub bar throughing the show, which is live on Tuesdays and Fridays on the Facebook, and then afterwards, often I'll post it on the YouTube of views, and then sometimes I will audio post it onto the podcast feed. So today's Seize the Day is from Karen Salmonson. Karen Salmonson. A special drug is needed to draw smells and see colors? Yes, for some, but for some it comes naturally. They have app farts. Oh, well, yes, but I'm using the phone to do the show, so I don't think I can app fart. Smell colors? Yes, I think that can happen. Someone say, Alexa, I want to hear a fart. God, I don't think I have any Alexa devices in here, but that's a good way to sound. That's a good way to find out if Alexa's spying on you. You just say, Alexa, I want to hear a fart. And if something farts, don't talk about drug deals. All right. You need to alien tape that Seize the Daylight to your forehead. Yeah, I do. Karen Salmonson. Life is short. Stop worrying so much. Be grateful. Be yourself. Don't allow others to bring you down. Life is a one-time offer. Live to your fullest. And that is so. It is a one. You only, as Dana Carvey used to say, you only live once, twice max. So, so seize the day. Enjoy yourselves. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to a jerk. Be nice to a jerk. Be nice to a jerk. Florida, would you try and be nice to a jerk? And I'm not talking about complimentary tickets for undocumented people to go to Martha's Vineyard. That's if that was you being nice and you actually also gave them a few $100 so they could get a nice dinner, lobster dinner when they got there, that would be nice. But be nice to a jerk, and whatever you do, don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. You guys all have a nice night. Christopher, thank you for that, for those well wishes. Love to love you. Don't forget to move around a lot. People enjoy it. People enjoy it when you move around a lot. Not aggressive towards them and back, but just kind of keep it moving. You got to roll with it. You got to roll with it. All right. Thanks everybody. See you on Tuesday.